Hey guys. Okay, hooking up to people. Okay, the next step we're gonna do is hooking up to people. Okay, so this is what you do. Okay, now you already projected to. You're already projected to different places. You felt the earth in different places. Okay, so now you have some references of what's going on inside you when you go. So let's hook up to people. The best thing to do is hook up to someone you love, okay? Like a boyfriend or a girlfriend or somebody you know. And this is where your innocence and your inner light come into play, okay? Now, whoever you hook up to, leave the aliens alone right now. Don't bother with them. Just go to people. And you're just going to play in innocence, okay? It's not a vicious attack. It's not anything. So, you lay down, you think you're a girl, your girlfriend, your wife, someone you like, okay? Remember, you're in innocence. Now, whatever you choose in your ego, okay? If whatever you choose in your ego, there's a point in which you can't do things to other people, okay? And you'll see this happen. Why can't I go to this person? Because your innocence and your inner light won't let you go. So no matter what you do, you won't be fucking with this person. Then there's people you can fuck with, okay? I just say fuck with, but, you know, experiences. You want experiences. So, and this is where missing people come into play and stuff like that. So what you gotta do is, first thing you do is you bring Christ consciousness in, you chant it until you feel it come in. Ooh. Then you bring your inner light into your head, you bring your innocence, and you bring the spark. Okay? Now you're seeing through your heart, you're seeing through your soul. Okay? Okay? And so you lay down in your bed, you meditate, you put your earplugs in, you relax to where you cross over. Crossing over means you're half in spirit and half out. You're awake in your mind, but you're like floating in another spirit. And then you say, then, if you watch my videos, everybody's got a feeling. So think of your mother right now. Okay, think of your mother. You feel her? Think of your dad. And all of a sudden you whoosh, and you'll feel your dad in your heart. Now, soon as you feel them in your heart, your spirit is already aligning to their spirit, okay? You align to each other. So your dad's over here and your mom's over here. Or you're here and this is your dad. So he's doing his thing and all of a sudden you think of him and you align to him. Alright? So your spirits are aligned. Now you say, I will myself to my dad. Whoosh. You close the gap. You chant, I will myself to my dad. I will myself to my dad. And then you will yourself to your dad and you can see him, what he's doing. Sometimes you have to go higher and lower to get to what level he's on in the physical soul realm of the astral realm, okay? So that's what you do. And do that. Just feel people. Lay down and on your bed. Don't go anywhere. Stay in your body. Tell yourself, if you just automatically go, tell yourself, stay in your body. You don't want to close the gap yet. Just practice feeling people. Okay? And what I mean by closing the gap is you'll be laying there and you'll think of your girlfriend and your mom and your old buddy in school, people you never thought of, fucking George Bush, and you'll feel them all. And all of a sudden you'll just start seeing their world. It's like you're standing over top of them or standing beside them or whatever the scene is. This is your soul looking in their realm, okay? And now, if you're not seeing anything, you got to see through your soul. This is where you'll be seeing through your soul. So it's a different perception. It's outside yourself. Okay, it's outside yourself. It's not inside. It's outside. And it's different. So there's two perceptions, one from the inside and one from the outside, okay? Now, and you'll see it. As the more and more you do it, you'll see the differences of perception. Because you're perceiving through your soul, you're perceiving through your innocence, you're perceiving through your ego, through the soul. So all these are combined. So there's different visions, different scenes, different perceptions you get of when you see things, and you hook up and see things. Like sometimes it's automatic, you see them, like in a dream, and you watch the play. Okay, and sometimes it's you're right there, depending on who it is. It's all variables, but you'll know. But you need to have experiences to know this, so you can add it up in your head what's going on as you're there doing it. As you're doing it in real time. And you want to stay in real time. And if you don't think you're in real time, just say real time. I want real time. I ask for real time. Okay? Chant whatever you want. Everything you want to your spirit. Real time. I want real time. Okay? So everything, if you're confused about anything, you don't know anything, you go to your inner self and you ask, you chant it. And if you can't go somewhere, it's because your inner light is not letting you go for a reason. Okay? You'll probably never know what the reason is. You'll be pissed off about it, but you can't do nothing about it because it's God and that's the way it is. So forget about it. Now, if your innocence, if you hook up to someone and your innocence is taken aback or repelled, or get away from it, get the hell out of there. Okay? Stay there as long as you can, but if you start feeling like you're being attacked or whatever, or you're repelled from the sickness, get out of there. Now, I will myself to my girlfriend, okay? Now, I know you love her, but everybody's got garbage, and everybody has demon attachments, and everybody has fucking stuff, okay? So, here's your girlfriend. This is you. You close the gap. Okay? Now, on the good end, where everything's nice, you have no garbage and demon attachments. She has no garbage and demon attachments. You're both Christians with Christ, and you're happy. And you can use Christ consciousness, and He can take you through it. Or you can do it yourself, because you want to do it yourself. You got to learn. You got to learn, and you want to explore. You want to bring it to your head. You want to learn it. You want to see through your heart, learn it in your head. So you know, 100%. No fucking bullshit. Of perception probabilities, okay? You want to be your soul, this is what you got to do. You got to practice and learn. So you're standing there beside your girlfriend. Now, so you want to, and everybody, you sit there and look forever. Well, it's kind of boring, right? Okay. Now, you're going to get, no matter what, you're going to get some of her garbage or her vibe. Now, as soon as you hook up to that person, they have an energy field. And in that energy field, and in the body of that person, is garbage. Aches and pains, fears, garbage just waiting to be released. And it runs deep. If you're not a Christian, and Christ is not pumping this stuff out of you, naturally, man. Okay, but on the good end, there's no garbage. A little bit of garbage. You'll always get garbage. Now what happens is their aura, their soul, their body holds garbage. You hook up and you reach out and you align your spirit with their spirit as close as you can by chanting, I will myself to touch that person. You reach out and you touch their skin. Say you're touching her shoulder. Okay, this is her shoulder. And now you reach out, touch her shoulder, and your hand goes through. And you're like, okay, I go higher and lower. So you go higher, and it's still. And then you go lower. And then it goes like that. And then when you're there, you say, stay there, right, to yourself. And then you feel her skin. You just feel her skin. Feel it, meet, right? Reality. Just get right into their shoulders, right? Just, okay? Now, you're on a, and now don't play fantasy in your mind. If if you have to play fantasy in your mind to a point where you're feeling your shoulders, or if you have your soul hands, you can reach out with your soul hands and touch your shoulders and feel it, actually feel it. And this is where it comes into play. Now, the next thing you want to do is cross the threshold. You know how ghosts move cups and touch you, and spirits move and touch you, and leave scars, scratches on you, move objects, knock your hat off, steal your wallet, or they try to, stuff like that. This is what you want to do to her. Okay? Now, there's innocent, fun ways of doing it, and it's okay. And then there's bad ways. Bad ways, if your soul's there, you're going to learn that too. You're going to learn. Fuck. Now, what you do to other people comes back at you automatically. Don't fucking forget that. Sometimes right away, sometimes it takes a little bit. Okay? Remember that. That's why you go with innocence. Now, you look at her and you see her inner light. Just imagine an inner light. And you align your inner light with hers, and her innocence with yours. And you're just a little kid playing. You gotta come in innocence. Okay, you're just a little kid playing. Reach out and touch her inner light. As soon as you do that, you'll kiss. Right? Now this is the right way of doing it. It's an automatic kiss. It's like an inner light kiss. Bing! And it's a spark. From from one being to another. A greeting. And the spark, okay? And the inner light. And the innocence. And you're just playing. Okay? That's what you want. If you're seeing all this and experiencing it, that's what you want. With guys and girls, okay? Because we're all created from the same spark. It's a whole different level of fucking spirit communication that's going to mess with your ego. Okay? But it's not that. It's not sexual or anything. You may think it's sexual because everything is sexual to the ego. And this is where your own duality and problems come in. Because the ego can't understand what the hell's going on. But that's why you got to do this, so you can learn the difference about your own fucking filthiness in your head. Okay, now, so when you do that, as soon as you align yourself, as soon as you meet and touch, as best you can, her shoulders or whatever. I'm using a girl because I like girls, right? Automatically, that's where I am. So I touch your shoulder and you're feeling it and you're like, right? And you're glowing and you're innocent and you're playing. And she's going to be reacting to you. Or maybe she won't. Maybe she won't. Now you'll see the difference between your girlfriend, people on Earth's reactions. You'll be seeing them on a spirit level. But their ego won't have a fucking clue what's going on. You'll see them looking over there and you'll see another person come out and talk to you. Okay? But their ego is off still at work doing her thing. But you're talking. She's talking to you. She's interacting with you. Not necessarily talking, but interacting with you. That's the soul interacting with you, not the ego. If the ego was interacting with you, the ego would know you're hooking up to them, and you would be playing with them. 100% on her side and 100% on your side. You're both 100% talking to each other. And that's where we should be. Now, if you're hooking up to the ETs, that's what you'll get. Like advanced ETs, spiritually advanced ETs. Okay? 100%. They have a division of the ego and the spirit because they have to operate in the ego world. But you get their attention and their ego turns around and looks right at you. Okay? So they're 100% spirit, soul, ego looking at you. And they're going, what? What? Where your girlfriend's still at work doing whatever she's doing and you're pounding on her head. Hey. But only her soul will react to you. Now, but anyway, once you close that gap, you bring yourself and you touch yourself and you find that little sweet spot where you're actually physically touching each other. All the garbage in her body is now going out of her and making a beeline right for you. Okay? How much garbage she's got, you're going to find out. Now, what do? You, before you went in, say, I don't accept any of the garbage. I don't accept any of the garbage. But it's really hard because you got to learn, and your soul's probably going to give you the garbage. And I'll tell you how to get rid of the garbage. But anyway, you take your soul hands, if you got them, you reach out, and you do this. Now, what you want to do is get her attention. Okay, I'm going to take this through really quick. You want to get her attention. So, how do you do that? Right? Now, if she's doing the dishes, okay, make sure in reality, you know you're doing this. Make sure in reality, call her up beforehand. So what are you doing? Say, hey, I'm just doing the dishes, vacuum cleaning, watching TV, you know. And you're like, okay, cool. What so I say hi, okay, bye. Then lay down and meditate. She's not driving the car, okay? You know that. So, she's doing the dishes. Spiritually go to her. This is where you want to freak her out. And this is cool. This is where you want to freak her out. So, with your innocence and your hands, okay, feel her shoulders so you can find that sweet spot where you connect. And you will yourself as close as you can. Now, go to her ear. Don't worry about seeing her anymore. Just visualize in your head her ear, okay? Her ear and her ear hole. Okay, so what you want to do is stick out your tongue. Like that, lay it on your, okay? Now imagine the end of your tongue going in her ear hole. Give her a wet willy, okay? With your tongue. And she's going to freak out. She's going to have some fucking heavy experiences. So get ready for an ass kicking if you tell her that. Alright? Depending on what kind of person she is, I don't know. But it's innocence, remember? You have to fucking have innocence. Jesus Christ, I'm telling you. You're just a predator if you don't. Now, imagine her ear hole. And you're sticking your tongue at it. Now, imagine her ear hole is bigger than your head. You look right into her ear hole. Just imagine it in your mind. And you go right in. You're going to feel pressure on your head. More pressure, the better. And you see hairs. Hundreds of little hairs in her ear canal. Right around there, you can see all the hair sticking out like this. And your inner hair. Okay? Now what you want to do, in her ear is very sensitive, okay? So what you want to do is, you don't go to the eardrum. Don't fuck with the eardrum. You want to tickle the hairs, okay? And the skin. So you stick out your tongue, and then you imagine your tongue, move your DNA of your tongue. Imagine your DNA merging with her DNA in her tongue. And at the end of your tongue, you'll start to feel tingling, okay? Tingling at the end of your tongue. Now just imagine a great big hairs and then your tongue tickling, just closing the gap in the energy. That's all you're doing. You're just tapping the energy. But when you finally get that tap, you say, I will myself to touch your ear hair. I will and you're chanting it. And you get closer and closer and closer. And all of a sudden it'll go like this. It'll go your tongue, her ear hair, and it'll go BAM! And your fucking tongue will go and her ear, she'll jump, and all of a sudden you won't see her anymore. She'll be disappeared. Okay? You just physically touched her. That's what that means. You crossed the gap. You physically touched her, and she felt it. She's at home right now going, ah! Q-tips thinking a fucking spider crawled in her ear or something. You don't want to be a spider, okay? Trust me. So you don't want to do this in innocence. You're just playing. It's just a little game. You're playing. It's all innocent. But that experience is huge for you. Now you know what to do and how to do it. Once you have that experience, you know how to do it. And you know how to do it. And you can play with it. That's what you're doing, okay? You don't fuck with her eardrums. You just the outside rim of her ear where the hair is, okay? And she'll be feeling tingles at home. Or she may be getting she's doing the dishes and her ears ringing. She don't know why. She don't know why, so she just keeps doing this, and all of a sudden, bam, there's a wet willy in her in her ear, and she's like, ah, all right. So you don't do this when they're driving a car. You gotta make sure they're not fucking around. Now, if she's holding a 2-year-old baby walking around, you're not gonna be able to do it because you won't be able. Your soul won't let you do it because remember you're in innocence. So whatever is going on, she won't be able to do it. You won't be able to do it because you're putting her in danger, okay? She's going to get that wet willy in her ear and it's going to go boom. So you go to someone else and you do it. Fuck with them, right? Play with them. So there's a lot of variables and there's a lot of things that happen. Now think back in your own life when something like that happened where a ghost nearly got you fucking killed, okay? You don't want to be the bad guy. You stay in innocence. Innocence won't let it happen. Now, that's on a good one. On a bad one, you hook up to the person, and you achieve contact. You make the tingle in the ear or whatever. And all of a sudden, you come back, and you had fun. You're learning. You called her up and said, hey, do you feel anything in your ear? Jesus Christ, I nearly shit myself. What the hell's going on, man? Blah, blah. You're laughing. You're like, I just stuck my finger in your ear. I was trying to meditate and, it's all fun. On a bad one, you'll come back. That'll all happen. Yeah, what happened? What? That'll happen. You'll call her up and say, yeah. She'll say, yeah, it happened. And then you'll be laying in bed a couple hours later, and all of a sudden you'll be laying in bed, and all of a sudden you'll feel like a cigarette going up your spine, worming up your spine, out the top of your head, and you can't stop it over and over all day. And you don't know how to stop it. And you're crying, you're totally garbage, your head's going, you're laying in bed, you're fucking damn near puking your guts out. There's this fire worm crawling up your spine over and over and over all day. You're taking drugs for the headache. You're thinking, what the fuck? You just took her garbage. Before that, you were fine. Now all her garbage. And the fireworm is the fucking inner hate of her shit. Okay? She may be a sweet innocent in her heart, but she's got some buried shit. And she gotta dump it. And it's going to save her life dumping it. But she hasn't been dumping it. You're the first one she made contact with. You get the garbage. And it's coming in your sex chakra, your root chakra, your stomach. You can't even see it and you don't even know it. So how are you going to get rid of it? How are you going to get rid of it? Come on, guys, tell me. First off, if you feel that and you got lots of garbage, you got to close the gap. So how you do it? You visualize a wall between you and her. You go into meditation. Oh, you'll be in meditation. You'll be on 2 hits of Advil laying in your bed trying not to puke. Put up a wall. Put up several walls. An outer wall. Break your connection. You chant, break the connection, break the connection, break the connection, break the connection. It ain't still going to stop the fire energy. Then you put up another wall. Then you close your chakras down. Then you go up in vibration in the inner light. Then, before all of that, you should have been with Christ conscious. You call in Christ conscious, Christ conscious, Christ conscious. And you go, Christ, I need your help. I done fucked up. I need your help. He'll go, Jesus Christ, what did you do now? Like he does to me. And he comes down here and said, look, I hooked up my girlfriend. Now I got all her garbage energy. Just fucking killing me. There's a fireworms crawling up my spine. He's like, Jesus Christ, how many fucking times I gotta tell you not to do this shit? And he's like, he'll help you, but he likes the bitch, right? So he comes down there. He reaches in, gives you all the love, negates all the energy, pulls all the energy out of you. You gotta let go. Totally. Cross over, let go. Put up the barriers. He'll come in. The energy will be blocked. He'll block the energy coming up your rectum, fucking up your root chakra, your sex, or your whatever. But you have to let go of all that garbage energy. He can't see what's going on inside you with a lot of garbage energy. So you got to release the garbage energy. And there's different levels of the garbage energy. You got to know all this. And you're going to fucking learn it. You're going to be dead. I had to learn it. I learned it 100 fucking times. But for me, it was an experience. It was hell, but it was an experience. Out of innocence, okay? So you can be as innocent as you fucking want on a spirit level. But on a garbage energy level, you're going to get all this. And it's going to wipe you out. If not fucking kill you. Man, this shit can kill you, man. I'm not fucking lying. This fucking shit can kill you. That fireworm coming up your spine has to go right out through your fucking top of your head. And you ain't never imagine swallowing a cigarette. A lit cigarette. And it don't go out as it burns through the meat of your throat. Now imagine it coming up your spine all day. Over and over. Different ones. And then on top of that, you got all the fucking fear, anxiety, pain, suffering, depression. And if you don't know how to block her, you're down in her depression, spiritually down in the shit where she lives in her bad days. Sucking it all up. So you don't need Christ, do you? Go ahead. You think I'm a fucking liar? You think I'm a fucking liar? You're fucking full of shit, Rich. Well, have a good time. You be fucking on here fucking sending me fucking money on PayPal to give you the fucking answer. I guarantee you. Because you ain't never felt nothing till you felt like that. And that's just one thing I experienced. I fucking experienced hundreds of things. Oh, maybe a doorway will open up in front of you. A fist will come through, punch your fucking lights out, and cut your face all up. Oh yeah, watch my video of that one. That was out of love and inner light. Alright? This is what you gotta know.